Welcome back, everybody, to another video. I've been slacking a lot lately about making videos, but I've accumulated some things since then, and I'm going to show off some things since then in some of my favorite lures. I also like to use old school ones, but in this video, we'll be taking a look at some more old school, like fishing lures that you've probably never seen in your life. Well, some of y'all probably have seen, but a lot of y'all probably haven't. But we're going to get into that right now. Inside this tackle box right in front of me, there is, I'm going to call this like the mystery tackle box. If that's a real thing, it's already out, but this is going to be like for old school stuff. And there's 3 things in here, but would have been 4 if I got it. Because if I did, I probably would use it to use. But there's 3 lures in here that I bought that I've never seen in my life. But once we open it up, you see all these lures. Ooh, you probably already see them. But first, I want to show off of this. I bought it the same day. These are old Mustad hooks. Let me open her up for you. Wrong way. Let's see. Yeah, it definitely ain't at its prime anymore. There we go. Open that up. Take one of these bad boys out. Alright. This is the old Mustad hooks. They're worm hooks. Which at first, so like I said in another video, we're trying to start our own fishing lure making business company, making our own fishing lures. But I was going to get these to make spinner baits. But then I looked at them, I'm like, ooh, they're good, but then I looked and it said worm hooks. I said, oh. And I saw they're by Mustad. So I opened them up and saw this bass. I'm like, oh shoot, these are old. And I looked and took a closer look at the hooks. They're old Mustad worm hooks with these little barbs. Focus. Probably not, but you can kind of see. They're little barbs right here that you put the worm on, it holds onto the worm, and I guess it gives it a way better hold. Really cool. I've never seen them. I'll probably use them. It kills me not to be able to use an old lure, but that's why I like to get at least 2 of them. One to use and one to keep. Usually if I buy one in the package, depending on the package condition, I will use. Now, let's get into what I've been wanting to show. These, it was in a collection at an antique store. They were $5 a piece. I cannot believe them. I've never seen them before. I want to give some little bit of a backstory to them. I'm probably not going to be fully accurate. I've looked at some things, but they're old school, drum roll, Redman spinnerbait. Yeah, that's probably one thing you've never seen. They're a huge willow leaf spinnerbait by Redman. If you buy a Redman chewing tobacco, you'll get a free spinnerbait. And I saw these. They were made in 1992. During the Redman Tournament Trail that been around, I believe started in 1983, but Redman chewing tobacco has been around since the early 1900s, but they started the Tournament Trail for bass fishing in 1983, and I think they stopped doing that in like the early 2000s. You can go on YouTube. You can look up the old videos. They would go around like Bassmasters would. They would fish big tournaments. You would win money. And Redman is in it. But these, I mean, caught my eye when I first looked. And it automatically, I was like, yep, I got to get these. There was a double, and I should have got the double to use, but disappointed now. Hopefully it'll still be there. Got the big willow leaf. And there's 3 colors. That's the first one, Chartreuse. And they all got the same blades. Next one we have Chartreuse. No. Yeah, yellow and blue with a nice silver willow leaf by Redman. Then the final one is white with a I think they call it stamped or hammered blade, but with a big willow leaf. Super cool. When I saw those, I had to get them, regardless, because there's something I've never seen, and they're super cool, and they're like, I would say a part of bass fishing history. But overall, I mean, I'm regretting not getting the double, because then it was a double of the yellow and blue. I would totally throw that and probably catch a big bass. But decisions are decisions. Next is another piece I saw. It was hidden in the back. The guy had tons of Redman hats. Ones that people wore back at Bassmaster. If you watch some of the videos when they used to be in some of the, I guess they sponsored them when they were doing the Bassmasters. Some of them were wearing the hats, but this is one that really caught my eye. An old Redman 10th anniversary tournament trail hat from 1993, and it says when it started since 1983. It's been a while. Now Redman isn't called Redman. Your old hat, nothing really special about it. Got the 2 bass. There was 2 patches. I mean, one patch had the bass on it. I have it, but I couldn't find it to make this video, unfortunately. But there's still more stuff coming in videos that I've still yet to show that will really be interesting. But that was the Redman stuff. Another lure, and like I said in the beginning, I'll talk about some lures. There's one lure that I probably talked about before, and I just love the color. It's very iconic, and it's been around for a long time. And the lure brand, even though now they're crap. I'm talking about the Bomber Model A. I picked these up in a local tackle store. Still selling these original ones. They had 3 of them. I bought 2. And of course, see that price tag? Yeah. Too bad they didn't have a old price tag. $6. Crazy. It's like lure brands of today. But picked them up. Like I said, one to throw, one to keep. It's the one to keep. But Bomber, I love their lures. Like I've showed off in another video. Here's a Model A, shallow diving. Not really often you come by shallow diving. What I love about these crankbaits is that the size and the way they are and how they're made, I love them. And, you know, go out there, throw. If you can find any, you already have them, throw a Fire Tiger. But it depends on your water. And another thing, talk about some spinnerbaits. and some spinner baits that I have. Especially one that I probably showed off in a video a while ago. But this is for you new viewers. The old Hank Parker's The Classic. If you go on YouTube, you can watch the old video of Hank Parker fishing the Classic. Mann's was, they typically made their spinner baits with that chartreuse white and orange with the red eye and the black dot. The cool thing about this spinnerbait is it's your typical spinnerbait, but it's got, I mean, this thing is for its age, it's pretty clean, but it's got this little trailer. And when I got this, someone bought this for me, it was in a tackle box. I mean, they bought the whole tackle box, but there was two of them, a Plano Magnum and a Fenwick. And inside of them was tons of old school lures. Some in the packages. It was like a picnic. Or not a picnic, but inside was this, the Hank Parker's The Classic by Mann's. And this lure comes with the trailer. And inside was the pack for the trailers. It was a single pack. It was already open, but it had tons of the old white trailers. They're like like a plastic tube with these two little plastic strands. And yeah, this is the only Mann spinnerbait I own. Yeah, I have a lot of lures, but Mann spinnerbaits, and especially Mann lures, are one of the harder ones to find for me. I mean, they're so iconic, but it's so hard to find them. But, well, not fully true. Right here we have this Mann's. I keep on forgetting the name. It's weedless. It's got these little plastic tubes you stick the hooks. I forgot the name. It's got built-in hooks already in it. It's a super cool one. And just wanted to show this one off. I'm just going through some lures I have. And I want to need some identification. This. Does anybody know what brand of soft plastic crawl is this? I thought it was Berkley at first because it's got the heart, but I looked it up. I have tons of packs of the Berkley Power Crawls, but none of them are like this. I've never seen one like this. It's a very interesting lure. If y'all know any identification of it, please tell me, because I do not know. And another soft plastic that y'all probably haven't seen in a long time is this one. This is soft plastic you don't see that much anymore, especially the original ones. The Charles Brewer Slider Originals. But these are not worms. They're for bass and crappie and smaller panfish. But be gentle as possible. Don't want to destroy them. Pull one out. They are Slider Lizards. It's probably a lure you don't see often. It's a miniature one. It's got, let's see here. It says Slider on the tail. It's got a rough texture on his back. He's got little feet. I love this lure. I love this soft plastic. Me and my brother bought this. And the guy had tons of old soft plastic. Those were the only Slider ones he had. He had tons of older Zooms. But this was one. It's before I knew anything about. This is before I knew anything about Slider stuff. But now I know. It's a lure I don't really see much of, especially soft plastic. And it's probably one many people don't see hardly anymore. Especially the lizards. I mean, they still sell the worms, I believe. I'm not sure. I went to a tackle store. They were selling like newer ones. But for people also that have not seen any of my videos, this is a full pack, never opened, of Berkley Power Crawls. Discontinued soft plastic that they do not, well, wrong. They sell but they're nothing like this. The original Power Crawls. The original tag, Black Chartreuse. I love this spray. I love these old soft plastics. I have one that has Rick Clunn, some other guy on it. If you go back and check out some of my other videos, I show off these more thoroughly. But, yeah. The old Berkley Power Bait. In its glory, too. And one more lure that still I made a video about a while ago is be honest, I've hardly never seen fish saltwater. It's the old wobblehead worm. The original wobble worm. I've never seen it. It looks like a cream worm, but it's not a cream worm. It's like their own take of a cream. Does it say something on the brand of the lure? Alright, well, it does say something, but you can't really read it. So, chartreuse worm black flake with these little metal, like, things. They remind you of like a spoon almost, but they're not. With this barbed hook. And like it says in the thing, you fish it. Well, to be honest, I really don't know how you exactly fish it, but it says for saltwater and freshwater. I mean, it's an older one. It doesn't say anything on the back about www.this. Bass Pro Shop. I just now realized that. Wonder how old this thing really is. I can't find anything online about this, so what can I say? Alright guys, we've reached the end of the video. I'm going to try to keep up. The last video did really good. I was so excited. I gained tons of new subscribers. Thank you. And, I mean, I'm going to keep on producing videos. We're going to have a new hunting one coming up. It is hunting season right now. And, you know, hunting season, hunting videos, old school hunting stuff. It kind of sounds right. But make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and sometimes I say leave a comment saying any lures that you want to see because I probably got them. Please do not say rabble rouser or anything like that because I totally don't have that. It's one lure I definitely never will probably find right now. But, I mean, guys, catch you in the next one.